Hi! I got a Happy Meal and I'm really excited. Hi, so it's February the 4th, 2021, and I'm trying something new today. I'm trying to tape in my living room. My son Naaman is just over there about 6 to 7 feet away from me on a love seat, and he's listening to his shows on his iPad. So you might hear him making some noises, or he likes to blow kisses or laugh really loud at his stuff. So if I have to, I may have to pause this and go check on him. So, two things. I did get some Happy Meal, and I will get to that. First of all, I've talked to you guys about, I got 8 skeins from Michael's of Pound of Love and by Lion Brand. And so I got this specifically to do the Tree of Life, and it's in the antique white. This is it right here, and they're all individually packaged. And so I really like that. It is machine washable and dryable, 100% premium acrylic. It's a size number 4, medium weight. Uses an 8 or 5 millimeter knitting needles and a J or 6 millimeter hook for crochet. And like I said, oh wait a minute, here we go. Where is that? It is 16 ounces or a pound, and that's 454 grams. Or 1,020 yards, or 932 meters. So it takes about 2.5 or so of these to do the Lion Brand's, it's called the Tree of Life. And so this is it. This is what I'm going to show you. I'm almost done. I am on my, pull this out so I don't lose it because it's coming. I don't want to lose any stitches. So I've got about a row and a half left to go, and then on the trees, and then I have a little bit to do, and like another 4 rows, and then I can start the border. But this is it, and it is an experienced pattern. I'll try to put a link in there for you. This is the Tree of Life, and as you can see, there's 2 trees, and it's texture. So there's the 2 trees that come together to make one, and there's 3 in a panel. And what you do is you start off, that's the top panel, by the way. You start off and do a set of trees, and then you do here's a border, and you just heard Naaman, by the way. And then there's a flower section that you do, and then again the border. And this here, the divider is what they call it. It's not a border. Divider is you're doing the crab stitch or it's reverse single crochet in the front loops, and then you go back in the back loops and do regular single crochet, and then you do that 3 times, so you end up getting this 3 rows of ridged, which is really nice. So it is an experience. I would have been completely lost if I hadn't found a Bonnie, and I can't think of what her last name is right at the moment. I'll put a link in there for her tutorial on how to do it. Wonderful, because the pattern's written kind of weird. They start off and they tell you all the stuff you need to know about what size and gauge and what the pattern, notations are and all that kind of stuff. And then they go and give you the graph for the trees. And then they give you all the instructions for how to do the trees, starting row 1, row 2, row 3. And so if you weren't paying attention, and then they go and they give you the graph for the flowers. And then they give you all the instructions for the flowers. And then they give you the divider. And then they give you the border. Or no, they don't give you the border. Then, this is 9 pages long. And so then, after you've gotten through all of that, excuse Naaman's noises, they do the instructions for the Afghan. And they say, for the Afghan, you start with the Tree of Life and you do so many rows and then you do the Tree of Life. Excuse me. Sorry. And so that went on. And then they tell you, now you do the divider. And then they say, I would have been completely lost. The Afghan instructions are at the end of the pattern. I mean, if you're going to give me instructions, tell me, you know, here's the Afghan pattern. Now go to page such and such for the tree pattern. And now go to page for the flower pattern. They don't give you that. It's really strange. Anyway, if I hadn't had Bonnie, I would have been completely lost. But it was great. And so now I've gotten the one nearly done. I've got for sure another one to do, and I've got a third one that I want to do. But I've got time for that third one. So the other day, I guess it's been, oh gosh, 4 or 5 days now, I think. I've been wanting to show you this. So I'm sitting here, minding my own business. This is where I crochet. And I get this notification that my package has been delivered. And I'm like, I didn't order anything. And I turned to my husband and I said, did you order me something? He goes, no. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll go see what it is. You know, because we live, this is temporary housing. There's probably, I don't know, 30 apartments in this building. So I go down to go look. And there's this huge box that's for an air fryer. And I mean, it's a big box. And I bring it back and I say, did you get me an air fryer? And he goes, no. And I'm like, this is funny. So I look at the instructions, you know, not instructions. I look at the address label, and it came from my friend Kathy that lives in Arlington, Tennessee. Well, she doesn't live in Arlington. She lives in the Memphis area. Anyway, so she sent that to me, and I'm like, okay. So I go ahead and I do open it. I don't really inspect it. I just look at it, and I'm looking to see if there's a card or something. I'm digging around, and I don't see a card anywhere, and I'm like, okay, Kathy, what have you got going on here? It took 2 days later for me to get a letter from Kathy. Now, Kathy writes long letters to people, and so I have it over there. But anyway, the long and short of it is, she was visiting some family and out of state, and they gave her a bunch of yarn that a neighbor gave her a bunch of yarn of this family. And so she didn't know what to do with some of it. So she sent it to me. She said, I know, Erin will know what to do with it. So I'll send it to Erin. She does do knitting, but she only knits hats. So she wasn't really sure what to do with it. So she sent it to me. And I was really excited to share it with you. So the first thing that I pulled out of the box was, I've got 3 of these. And it's kind of, I have to say, it's kind of hard and kind of rough, but that's probably because it's wound so tight. I mean, you can see that that's really wound tight. And so somebody's made these into cakes, and I don't know what it is. I think it might be cotton. It is a cream kind of color, and it's got brown flecks and a few black flecks and stuff, as you can see. And so I'm thinking that this could make some really neat baskets, because it's not scarfable. It's uncomfortable, but it really would make some great baskets. And so it's a nice colors for baskets. And then I had another 4 of these, and this is just beautiful colors. Can you see that? That is just gorgeous. It's also, and this one I think is probably a 4, maybe. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's a 3. This tan one, maybe it's a 3. I'm thinking maybe it might be a 3 or 4. I'm not sure 100%. So this one is obviously a 3. It might even be a 2. It's pretty thin. And it's not very scarfable, at least not in this sense. It might be softer when it's washed, but I'm thinking it'd be really good for baskets as well, or some doilies, or something like that. So we'll have to see what I can do with that. So then I'm looking through this, you know, and I can always use baskets. I don't know about you, but I can always use baskets. So I open it up, And there's this box, this bag, and it has a $1 sticker price on it that somebody has bought. And this is a really old Lion Brand yarn. This is a full skein that came with a whole bunch more in the bag. And this full one is called Jamie, and it's baby yarn. And it is white with some sparkle in it. I don't know if I can get it. Yeah, you can kind of see the sparkle. It's white on white sparkle. And it's really sweet and very soft. Very nice. It's machine washable and dryable. It's a 1.7 ounces or 50 gram weight, 196 yards. And that's the extent. Oh, wait a minute, down here. Crochet gauge with a G hook or knitting needle is a number 6 knitting needle. And that's the extent of the information that you get on here. And it's color number 200 white. And that's it. But it's cool. It's really neat. So, and I like the sparkle. And it's definitely scarfable. Do something nice with this. But it is really old Lion Brand yarn. And then I got 2, no, wait a minute. I got like 6 or 7 of these. And they're by Lion Brand, and they're called Polar Spun. And I've never heard of this. It is called Purple Passion, and it is almost like Burnett Pipsqueak yarn. It's a little fuzzy, furry, and it is a let's see. I don't have a gauge. Well, I don't have a size of the yarn. At least I don't have it for their thing. It says it's 13 ounces or 50 grams. I think that's a misprint. It's 137 yards or 125 meters. It's 100% polyester. Machine wash and lukewarm with mild soap. Gently shake out and lay flat to dry. Let's see. It says to use 6mm knitting needles or a size J or 6mm hook. And it's made in Turkey. And I do not get the size. I would definitely say, because the fuzziness on there, that we might be looking at a 3, yeah, definitely a 4. It would be 3 if it wasn't so fuzzy. But it's, so that's really fun. And it says it's polar, it's like a polar fleece, I guess is what it's trying to, when you crochet it up, it's supposed to be. Then I got 4 of these, and I had never seen this before. This is by Needle Crafters, and it's called Furry Rope. And this is very much like Burnett blanket yarn. It's the thinner one, like the baby. And the colorway on this does not have any color. It says Color Blend by Needle Crafters, multi-tenure. And then it gives instructions. It's a 50 gram ball, 100% polyester, and it says it can be machine washed on delicate and tumble dry on low heat, but take it out immediately. There is no color, but it's some beautiful purples. I really like that one. That's fun. Never, and I've used blanket yarn before, and I know I can use that for baby stuff. Then I got 2 big things. This one lost its thing, but Burnett Pipsqueak, and this is how I can tell you that other is very like Burnett Pipsqueak, except this is a lot furrier, and it is a bulky number 5, so it's got a bit more fur to it, as you can see, and it is using 5mm or number 9 knitting needles and a USI or number 9 5.5mm crochet hook, and it is 250 grams or 8.8 ounces, 100% polyester, approximately 274 meters or 300 yards, and machine wash and dryable. And this colorway says Blueberry Swirl, and I got 2 big ones of that. And then I got 2 of these, and I got the others, the label came off of it, the other one. These are called Pompadoodle, and I have seen this, but I've never worked with it. This looks like it's a lot of fun. It's by Red Heart. It's a super bulky number 6. It's called Berries and Cream, and it is machine wash cold gentle cycle. I don't see that it does show that it's dryable, but I would probably lay flat to dry. And it's number 6, like I said, using a number 9 for knitting needles, or another 9 or a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. And there's supposed to be a pattern, and there's a woman, if you can see, that's wearing a very lovely scarf. And these are pom-poms. Let me show you this. This is pom-poms on a thread. So this is going to be fun to try and play with and see what I can come up with on that. And then I got a Red Heart Super Saver. This is an old one. It's very soft, still pretty soft. And as you know, it's a medium weight 4, using a 9 or a 5.5 millimeter hook and all of that, washable and dryable. And the color is soft white. That's a good addition. I can put that in with some other things. And showed you that. I got 14 of these. 14 of them. And they are a, excuse me, Cotton Terry by Karen. And it's 85% cotton, 15% rayon in the color soft pink. It is 50-gram ball, or 1.75 ounces. And I do not see any length on it, on how long it is. I got 14 of these. So I'm hoping it'll wash really soft. There's a picture of a woman with, it says free instructions on the back. And she is wearing a vest made in this in several different colors. So we will see. You need 2 soft pink, 3 banana, 2 mint, and 2 ocean blue. So that's 2, 4, 6, and 3 banana. So that's 9, and I got 14. So I got enough to make one of those. So we'll see how I play with that. And then I got last yarn. I think it's more of the Polar Spun, but this is in it's a light, very, very pale blue, almost white, with a darker blue spots in it. And then the last things that were in the very bottom, or actually I think they were in the sides, was a lovely book on crochet stitches, 22 stitches and 5 projects. So we will see about that. And an Afghan hook, size H, which I've not ever used one. I've got another one, and I've not ever used one. It's primarily they're used for Tunisian crochet, and I'm very practiced with that. I only know like 1 or 2 stitches. So, but that might give me a reason to do that. And so, very last, I know this is running kind of long, but very last of all, before Christmas, on the 16th of December, for the very first time, I made an order with Hobbii, Hobbii, because I had seen a yarn that was a reflective yarn that I had wanted to try, and I had seen it going on for a year or 2 now, and I really wanted to try it. And I have some friends that, well, in particular, I've got a sister-in-law that jogs in the dark, I think, when she gets home from work. And so, I was thinking about her, and I was thinking about, another friend that my husband has that she runs marathons and stuff. And so, I was thinking that might be a really good hat for them, that kind of thing. And I was thinking, okay. So I ordered it. This is back in, I finally broke down and ordered it. And I ordered, I think I ended up doing 3 skeins of 4 different colors. I know, I went hog wild. And so I ordered it, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and nothing. So I tried contacting Hobby, and all you can really do, I finally got a phone number, kind of, but I've never called overseas, so I don't know how to use those. And so I sent them an email, and I get a response back that says, basically it says, we're too busy to work on your stuff. We're very, very busy, and we'll get to you. We appreciate you, but we'll get back with you. And this went on and went on for about 2 more weeks. So now we're into the 2nd week of January. And I was not happy. And I sent more messages and still not getting much of a response. So I called FedEx because FedEx showed the package had gotten to the States, and then it was held up after going through customs. That it cleared customs, and after customs it just kind of went into pending. And I was like, okay, what is going on? So I called FedEx, and FedEx told me that the bag was empty when they got it. And I'm like, really? There was nothing in the bag. They said, yeah. And I said, well, what can I do about this? And they said, well, you'll have to contact the person that shipped it. I said, I can't put an order in that it's gone. And they said, no, it has to come from the shipping. So I'm like, really? So I paid for the shipping on this, but I can't get anything out of it. And I can't get a hold of Hobby. So I sent more messages to Hobby. I posted on Facebook. I posted several other places. I think I posted on their Instagram that I hadn't received anything, and blah blah blah. And then I've also personally, I have a MeWe, and so I posted on there as well. And I was just very disappointed. Finally, I got a response that said, oh, we're very sorry that this was lost, and we'll check on it, and then we will, if we can't get the yarn, which the yarn was on clearance and it was like falling fast, there was no more, and if we can't get the yarn, then we'll refund your money. And I'm like, okay. So they did that, and they did it really fast. So I decided, okay, I'm going to try again. So maybe this was a fluke, maybe this doesn't. But trying to get a hold of them was a nightmare. And so I went ahead and I did another order. And I got it in about a week. There was no problems with it. So, and this is my thing from Hobby. Now, I didn't get the same yarns because those are all gone. So I did get, here's my thing. It's all thing. I don't have any prices. I do know, I think I paid something like $3.25 or $3.30 for these, and I went ahead and reordered them. They're 70 yards, and they're 50 gram balls, and they're supposed to be reflective. We will see. You can see a little bit of reflecting from the lamp over there that I have. There's a lamp over there. You can kind of see that it's reflecting a little bit. And this color this is Starlight Soft. So this is another. Originally what I got was just Starlight, and this is Starlight Soft. It is very soft, and it is scarfable. I got 3 of this color, which is number 12. Which, if I remember right, it's kind of a green. and that doesn't come off real good, but maybe if I go in closer it would. It's kind of a green, and you can see the reflective. And then I got a blue, which this is color 10. And so I got 3 of each of those because I figured that at 70 yards, that's 210 yards, and I could probably get a hat out of that. Maybe I just needed 2, but anyway. And then I have seen these over and over again. This is a 100% cotton. It is Cotton Kings. And it is 100% cotton, 200 grams or 800 meters. That comes out to be 7 ounces or 870 yards. And this is a number 2. It's recommended to use a 2.5 to 3.5 millimeter knitting needles, and that's a US 2 or 4, 2 to 4. And then the crochet hook is suggested to use an E through G, 3.5 millimeter to 4 millimeter. And it's made in India for Cotton Kings of Denmark. You can buy it at Hobby, so it is just, I guess, through Hobby. But I really love the gradation on this one. And I was trying to see, it's Cotton Kings Twirls. And I was trying to see, the color is number 32, so I'm not sure. But I just love the peaches and the pink. It shows the pink here, but it's really a salmon. It goes from a really pale peach to a slightly orange and then to a salmon. So that was really nice. And I know it's a 2. We'll see. I was thinking about making a really, really lacy tank that I could wear a tank underneath. So this is the one that really got me. It goes from dark to light, and its color is 41. And this is it. And it's in greens. And as you guys may know, green is my favorite color. So this is a really fun one. I think it's got a pull from the center. It's got it right here that it pulls from the center. And this is definitely a 2. It is 3 strains of what I would say thread put together to make this. But the color gradient is just gorgeous. I'm really looking forward to using this. I don't know how yet, because I don't usually use this thin of a yarn, but I think this is going to be really fun. So I'm going to toss all this together. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed what I had to show and share. And if you like, please subscribe. I'm getting up there. I'm up over 384 now, I think. So I'm getting closer. Every person counts. I appreciate each and every one of you. Feel free, comment, talk to me. I'd love it. And every time I do, I get so excited. And hit a like. Give me a thumbs up. I can always use them. I appreciate it. You have a lovely day. Stay safe. Be careful. And if you have yarn, be creative.